Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the AGS TV channel. Aston Villa away at Crystal Palace. Very early game today. I didn't actually quite realise how early this game was until this week. So yeah, 12 PM kickoff between the two sides. Loads of news headed into this game for both teams, both good and bad. And I'll start with Villa. Hello to Brentford fanboy. Dean also said earlier, no Mings, no Jack, no Cash, no performing Barkley, 2-0 Palace. That is his prediction. He put that before. Aston always says, hello, how you doing, mate? Alright, lad, can I come on? I'm not having anyone to talk after the game. Kieran said, AJ, your prediction. Oh, don't worry, mate. I'll get into all this. Both teams have changes. For Crystal Palace, I'll go into theirs first. Jack Butland is making his first Premier League start in goal. Palace, just like us, have literally nothing to play for. They somehow even have less to play for than us, because at least we can get top half. Palace can't really do anything. They can't. I mean, they could go bottom. Well, they could go 17th. They could go bottom of the rest of the Premier League because they can't go below Fulham. So I suppose they want to finish as high as they can, but they really have nothing to play for, let alone we do. So. Yeah, Butland is in for Wayne Hennessy. Not doing great, still upset that the cup result. That was rough. I'll get into that as well. AJ, who do you think is a better team? I do think Villa. I think Palace definitely have some decent players. Dean with the £2 donation saying, don't feel comfy with Elmo Ramsey bit weak. I think we've just started a bit of an experiment today. Obviously, we've got not just one or two players out, really. 3 players, if you want to think about it. So, I think it's a bit of an experiment from Dean Smith. I'd love to have seen Louis Barry in, but obviously the under-18s played. They're in the final, by the way, boys. The Aston Villa under-18s beat West Brom, so fair play to them. They're very good. Our academy is honestly insane. These games are a catch to give a few of the fringe players a chance. The donations just come through for some reason. I don't know why I'm wearing a headset, because I don't need to. Yeah, so I'll go with the Villa lineup. Well done, 3K. Yeah, we did hit 3K. I'm pleased by that. Thank you guys for all that support. Kieran said Villa will. Wow, very confident. Villa start with the 4-2-3-1. Every single game this season we've had this. Martinez in goal. Target Courtney House, Ezri Konza, Al Mohammadi, Louise McGinn in midfield, Al Ghazi, Jacob Ramsey and Traore in attack. Ollie Watkins back from his suspension. So Courtney House is in for Tara Mings. Mings got injured in the last game. He collided with Emi Martinez sliding in for an interception. And he looked quite hurt at the time. And I always wondered, would he actually be out? Would he miss this game? Because I've known him to pull different ligaments as he's gone for slide challenges. The final against Derby where we got promoted, he also got injured in that as well for the same thing. Hello to you, Chris. What's up, mate? Thodorus, how you doing? Forgot you were streaming. To be fair, it's very early, I will say. I said it earlier. I didn't realise how early this game was up until this week. I was like, oh, wait, I need to really remember to get everything done before 12 PM. Bring back Screaming Watkins when Villa score a goal, please. Then he said, usually our games are long. Will you end up having to wait till about 8:30? Yeah, true. That is usually the case. Hello to Paul. Hi, AJ. Looking forward to the watch along. Hoping to do double over him. There's not many teams who've actually done the double over, believe it or not. We did the double over Arsenal. We did the double over Fulham. And if you guys know of any other, because I can't think of any other actually. Everton didn't score against us and we got 4 points. Wolves, the exact same thing. We beat them and then drew. If there's any other team I forgot about, do let me know. But I think it's only the 2 sides that we've done the double over this season. Honestly, see us being poor today. I've got confidence. I've said for a long time, Courtney House, I think is really, really underrated. And him and Konza, I mean, I don't have I feel like I have an agenda against Tyrone Mings, but he's made so many mistakes. I've wanted Courtney House in anyway. So this would be nice to at least show me what they can do against like a a fairly mediocre Palace side. But we'll get into them. Butland obviously in goal, as I mentioned earlier. Ward, Kouyaté, Cahill and Mitchell. Kouyaté, I believe, is not a... so he's playing centre-back apparently, but that's not his preferred position. So that's quite interesting. Eberezi Eze, McCarthy and Schlupp in midfield. Townsend, Zaha, and obviously every Villa fan will know Christian Benteke. It would break my heart if he scored. The ground looks nice today. I do like Sellers Park. It's quite a traditional stadium. My throat is going very dry. They're fans as well. A shame, obviously, they're not able to come in for the game today. But their fans, I'll give them credit. I think they're one of the loudest in the Premier League. If you've ever been to a Crystal Palace game, you definitely know that they're... I remember watching Villa Palace a couple of years ago. And they filled the away end for a start, and they didn't stop singing for literally the whole game. I've never known an away team so loud. Watford was close. Watford were very loud too, but Palace were wow loud. The players are getting onto the pitch for the game. Brentford fanboy says I woke up 20 minutes ago. Fair enough. It did say Fulham and Arsenal. What a weird two. You're just having your breakfast, fair enough. Dean, I've just missed a comment from Dean. AJ House is not underrated. You might as well say Andy Carroll. House is underrated. We did. I think we conceded 1 goal in the 4 games he played this season, and he scored. I think he's very underrated. The fact he doesn't play for us kind of shows that. I think he's a decent player. Chris says 3-1 for the Villa. Dean says Streets won't forget Queen's Park Rangers, Bristol, Sunderland, Bolton in the Prem. Ooh. Streets won't forget Blackpool in the Premier League. That was when I started watching football as a younger AJ. So yeah, predictions. You know what, lads? You know what? I'm gonna put my neck out, right? And you can call me deluded, whatever you want. I do think it will be Palace 0, Villa 2. I have a really good feeling with Watkins back. He'll be as fit as he's ever been. I can really, really see us actually winning this game of football. Jacob Ramsey may get his first goal contribution since the cup game against Bristol City, I think. I can really see us beating Palace. I do worry about Benteke. Chris said, AJ, there's 3 words to say. What are those 3 words? Charlie Adam, the Blackpool legend. I remember Blackpool in mid-table for a lot of that season. But they had a poor second half to the season. And it's a shame because I liked Ian Holloway. I thought he was a good manager. I've always rated him. I've always thought he was funny. So it was a shame to see them go down. I think they went down the same year as Blues. But I may be wrong about that. I swear. Or did Blues go down the year after? I genuinely can't remember. But yeah, guys, a few of you giving your predictions. But if you haven't already, tell me what you think of the game today. What you think will happen. Villa with a win will not move anywhere. We have a game in hand over Leeds Arsenal, so it'd put the gap closer in. We'd go a point behind Leeds, but if we want to get in the top half, we have to win today. Simple. Blues went down in 2011. Yeah, was Blackpool 2010 or 20? Yeah, Blackpool. Yeah, it was that year. It was that year you went down with. What a weird team to go down with. Dean says, tell me, AJ, we spent 130 mil, including Watkins add-ons, and Leeds have spent nothing. Same team from 2019 relegation and have finished above us. Well, it's not official. We have this game in hand. We have games in hand for a reason. If we do win today, we close the gap by a point. We've got Chelsea on the final day. Chelsea will play their complete kids for that game. They've got no reason to play a strong team against Villa. They have the Champions League. So, win today, maybe a win on the final day of the season. Could leapfrog Leeds. If we don't win today, I'll admit defeat and say, yeah, we're finishing bottom half. I don't think you would, Aston. You got no, well, what's the point? I mean, maybe if you've got Champions League to play for, but I think you've qualified. I do think you've made it. I can't see Liverpool making it. I've never thought Liverpool for 1 second this season. As soon as they were properly into 6th place, they started losing their games 1-0 at Anfield. I knew from that point they'd be lucky to get Europa League. Fair play, they steadied the ship a little bit. Same with Arsenal. Paul says 2-1 Villa. Let's hope Mings behaves this time. Tyrone Mings isn't playing. It's Courtney House and Ezri Konsa. On the bench for Villa, I didn't cover the benches. And yeah, Ross Barkley, Chukwuemeka, Davis, Engels, Grealish, Nakamba, Steer, Taylor and Wesley. We have kicked off at Selhurst Park for Villa versus Palace. Villa wearing this kit, by the way. This is the third kit. Obviously, we don't wear it every week. And a lot of away games we don't wear it, but I am actually in the appropriate attire today. A long ball played towards Benteke, well mopped up by Courtney House. Izzy has a cat. Oh dear. Wait, what? What do you mean has a cat? We might be injured. Yeah, he is injured, 100%. He got injured during the game. It was a game It was the last game. He got injured in an intervention. He overslid. He possibly did something to his thigh, I believe. Thrown to Villa on the halfway line. Hello to Kelvin. Come on, Villa. Oh, you do have what a weird thing for you to say, Dean. And what a weird thing for it to be right. Yeah, I'm a little bit, a little bit gutted. I'd like to see Courtney House have a game though, because really we don't have much to play for. So it's nice to actually see players like House who haven't played much this season actually get game time. If we're talking full-on players getting game time, I want Bjorn Engels to play, really. Engels has done nothing since the Carabao Cup final last season, which is well over a year ago. I don't think he's played since then. Long ball played through. It's Ollie Watkins. Great chance for Villa. Watkins. Ramsey. What a miss, Ramsey. Oh, my days. Jacob Ramsey has scuffed it. Villa, we're only a minute in, and Aston Villa should have, at least hit the target there. Matt Target found Watkins acres of space. Watkins pulled it back to Jacob Ramsey, and he doesn't take a touch. He just puts it over the bar. Really poor from Ramsey. Really, really poor. I don't want to get on a young kid's back, but come on, man. Take a touch. He had no reason to hit that first time. He had quite a bit of space there. He takes a touch. The Palace defender will try and close him down. Well, if he likes a finesse shot. He did one there. He could just bend it round the defender. And he set himself up. He shouldn't put it that far wide if you set yourself up. I've said 2-0 Villa. I'm being very optimistic. This Palace team, I don't rate. And already, Watkins has nipped in against Kiyate, and he nearly did it again there. Kiyate looking a little bit shaky. He's won a free kick for Aston Villa. Scoreboard, sorry. I always forget every single time. So I'm glad you remembered for me. Thank you, Brentford fanboy. Hello to you, Harry FC. How you doing, mate? I forgot the time. I also forgot to tweet on Twitter. So there you go. I always forget. I do always forget. Dean said I'm going to watch us play 95 minutes of 0-0. Now AJ says see you at half time. Okay, I'll see you at half time for your negativity. Free kick to Aston Villa. It will probably be a target free kick, left footed towards the back post. Good header away. Might be a corner. Traore will keep it in play on this far side. First time I've seen Traore get on the ball. Pulls it back to Ramsey. Ramsey gets a cross in, but it's another poor delivery from Jacob Ramsey. The two things he's done in this game have been poor. Put a shot wide where he should have hit the target, and a cross that doesn't even beat the first man. Pretty poor, really, from Ramsey. Remember against Man City? What do I remember against Man City? Chat's popping off again. I did think so today because it was an early game, so I appreciate all the support, lads and ladies. Would you take if you had the option Tony Abraham? You know what? I'm gonna say something a bit controversial. I'd say Ivan Toney, and you can disagree with that if you want, but I think he's broken records this season in the Championship. So yeah, throwing for Aston Villa, Jacob Ramsey. Oh, that's again Ramsey. He's won a throw-in off it, but another poor pass. We're lucky to get a throw-in there. 4 minutes gone, still 0-0. No cash for Villa today, obviously. Something I didn't really pick up upon, but he got injured at half-time in the last game, so I didn't think he'd be playing today. So we got two of their back four out injured. So I wonder if we actually will keep a clean sheet with this change side. Al Mohammadi with a poor ball forward. Cahill will cut that out all day. Good interception though from Almo. Good recovery. McGinn to Traore on this right-hand side. And Schlupp will concede a throw. Yeah. Oh no, he won't. That was good strength. I thought he got a little touch there. There's a throw into Palace. Good defending from the left back. Harry said, if we don't get top 4 and lose the Champions League final, we support ourselves in. Chris said, great pressure from McGinn. That was good. It was good. A shame we just couldn't quite win the throw, and Schlupp did really well to stop that. Free kick to Aston Villa. John McGinn getting fouled by Schlupp this time. About 50 yards from goal, so maybe a good ball in. Could get a corner. We're not good at set pieces, so my expectations are very low. Watkins and Abraham. Oh, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. And Abraham is Premier League proven. Where I just think Ivan Toney will be a star boy in the Premier League. I can feel it. No matter who he plays for. Chelsea did get hard done by VAR. The decisions are hard. I think it was offside, but it's very close. It was very. I'd be heartbroken. Free kick for Villas, taken short. Cross into the middle, flicked up into the air, edge of the box. Ramsey takes it down and then gives it away to Townsend. And there's a counter-attack for Palace here. Andros Townsend to Eberezi Eze. Tries to switch the play. Well intercepted on its way through. 3 times Ramsey's had the ball. He's given the ball away each time. Put a shot wide. I keep mentioning. On the far side, he gave the ball away for a throw-in. And on this side, it led to a Palace counter-attack. So not great from Jacob Ramsey so far for Villa. Townsend step over, cross towards the back post. Good ball in, and Benteke attacked it. Just put it over the bar. That was a really good cross, actually, from a difficult position. Chris said Barkley 2.0. Look, I want to give support to all younger Villa players, but not great from Ramsey already. And we're only 6 minutes in. You know, if he scores, everyone will forget it. Forget what happens. That is the luxury of being an attacker, really. A defender doesn't get away with that. A goalkeeper doesn't get away with that. But if you're a striker, you miss 10 goals. You miss 10 shots and score 1 goal. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone forgets the 10 shots and remembers the goal, especially if you win. Barkley's awful. I hate him. He's a good player, just doesn't have the work rate. I feel like he doesn't care. I don't know how to put it, because he's got talent. I just don't understand why it doesn't show sometimes. Maybe it's like fitness related. Maybe it's confidence related. But I know he's got talent in there somewhere. Because he has to have done. He had it at Everton. He's had it at glimpses at Chelsea. But even Chelsea have had the same thing as Villa, where he just hasn't really performed a lot of the time. Wenlock, Youngkin said, I think Brentford won 35 million for Toney. Yeah, true. Do we really want to go down the Brentford route again? We got Konza from Brentford. We got Hogan from Brentford, who didn't work out. We've got Ollie Watkins, and now it'd be Toney. And we wanted Ben Rama as well, so that could have been 5. Eberezi Eze with a heavy touch. Good tackle from John McGinn. I think he's been very good in the last few games. I must say, I've been quite impressed. He looks like he's on an afternoon. Don't get me started. Switch ball from McGinn, looking for Traore. Good header away. I'd say Villa are just about edging it so far. Traore to Al Mohammadi. Back heel from Almo. Lovely link-up play with Watkins as well. Douglas Luiz for Villa. Switches it towards the left-hand side, but the cross is really poor again. And he nearly gave it away. Douglas Luiz. Bloody hell. We still keep possession. If we win the UEFA Champions League, no one will care. We lost the FA Cup. I said that yesterday. Chance for Villa. And that should be a corner to Villa. It is. John McGinn winning a corner. And he's just made an absolute fool of a Chris. I don't know what Palace play. I think it's Mitchell, the 27. I've not really seen him play much. He felt he won a goal kick here. He left it. And the linesman has pointed for a corner. So he's obviously a bit frustrated. He felt that John McGinn got the final touch. So they do what most players do and leave it. And the linesman, I think that's a good decision from the linesman, from what I've seen. I think the defenders misread the flight of the ball there. It is a corner to Villa, 9 minutes in. Still goalless between the two sides. Traore to take the corner in. Cowles! Oh! Courtney Howes with a header. Just flashes wide. Oh, well, I just got to say, this is only his 5th game this season. That could have been his 2nd Premier League goal. That is inches past the post from Courtney Howes. Oh, that is so close from Howes. And I'm just saying, what an introduction into the team that would have been. Yeah, I read that from from one Harrison to the other. I wanted Leicester to win because they haven't won it before. I wanted Leicester to win because their owner obviously passed away and his son took over. I wanted success for him, so fair play. They're doing the Midlands proud, and I think you have to consider them as top six now. In my opinion, I think you have to consider them as top six. They've won more than Tottenham. How can you consider Spurs in it anymore? Even Saeed says Aston Villa win fast half in the first half. I think you're trying to say. You never know. I think we've dominated this game so far. But still no breakthrough. And if you don't score with the chances you get, then no sympathy because you got to take the chances at the end of the day. Leicester are a bigger club than Arsenal, Spurs right now, bigger than Everton too. I agree. How are you, mate? Aegis, how's Villa been doing? It's been okay. First 10 minutes into the game, not too much to report on. I think Villa should have taken the lead. Ramsey should have hit the target as he had a pullback from Watkins, and then a flick header from Courtney House nearly nestled into the back of the net, just flicked wide. So not too bad. What's happened to Mick? Mings got injured. I don't think many people actually knew. Or at least I've thought it's that serious. But Tyrone Mings got injured in the game last. Why am I struggling to think of what the game was? I literally watched it on the channel. Who did we play? I've had a complete mind blank. But Tyrone Mings got injured in that game. I didn't think it'd be that serious. I thought he might get back into the team. Everton, yeah, sorry guys, I had a complete mind blank. Cross from Watkins towards the far post, but it's gone out of play for the absolute life of me. And I did videos on it. I did a match preview with an Everton fan. I couldn't remember who we played. So yeah, thanks for that. I feel like a mug. But yeah, he got injured with an intervention at the back stick. He tried to slide in to stop the ball going to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And yeah, he had to come off. Same with Matty Cash in the first half, and they're both out today. SI says AJ is now considering City is favourite to win. I do think so. Corner comes in again. Flick header from Konza is blocked. The corners for Villa are actually not bad today. Douglas Luiz, edge of the box. It's Ollie Watkins on the D for Villa. Clips it towards the far post. El Mohammadi. First touch pass was a bit wayward, so John McGinn has to go backwards to retrieve the ball. Here's McGinn for Villa. Traore. Oh, lovely pass to Traore and Elmo. Traore's shot. It's blocked by Gary Cahill. Kouyaté makes a bit of a mess of the clearance, but Palace could counter-attack here. Townsend's ball to Benteke is poor. And Villa get the ball back. Villa definitely on the up right now. Where did Dean go? Dean went and said he's going to watch the 0-0 dross, I think he said, and come back at half-time. Very positive thing. Pull back towards Al Mohammadi. Cross. Watkins doesn't get the correct contact to the ball. He got the header in, but it was it wasn't a very clean header, I'll put it that way. And in fact, it's actually led to a free kick to Palace on the halfway line as they try to counter. Andros Townsend literally is their only outlet of counter-attack right now. Every time they've got the ball to him, they at least look like they're going to travel down the pitch, but towards the left-hand side, they're completely flat. Is Watkins even actually playing in stride? I swear he keeps drifting wide. Watkins does that a lot because, he's played winger a lot in his career. He played as a winger for Exeter City. He's done it a little bit for Brentford. But what he likes to do, he likes to drift wide and allow players like Bertrand Traore to make the space. And it will push Jacob Ramsey kind of into like a shadow striker position. Long ball forward, plays with left-hand side. Zaha possibly will get his first touch, but he'll put it out of play for a throw-in to stop it from going for a goal kick. We've literally seen nothing from Wilfried Zaha. And for such a talented player, it's a bit funny to say, I think that is literally his first touch of the ball. We're 14 minutes into the game. If that isn't his first touch, I would say it's probably his second or third. He's literally barely had it. John McGinn battling in the midfield. Doesn't quite win a throw-in. Oh no, he does win a throw-in for Villa. It really looked like it hit back off him. He was trying to battle with Jeffrey Schlupp there. I think he did just about enough. Chris said he would have scored that. Oh, it's a difficult header at the far post. Again, headers they're not as easy as people think. Professional footballers make them look easy. But under pressure, that's tough. Ghazi down the left, puts it into middle. It's a poor ball, though, really. Still, it breaks. Kylie Watkins! What a save! Butland at his near post. I was going to say the cross in from Ghazi wasn't really that great, but Palace made an absolute mess of it. It fell very kindly to Traore. He linked up with Watkins again. His shot hammered towards the near post. Good save. Diving save as well by Jack Butland. Corner to Villa. The ball, actually, it was a little bit behind Ramsey. It was nearly actually a good ball. It's just a little bit behind, which allowed a bit of a clearance by Chiarte. But he's looking a right mess at the back. Chiarte, easily been the poorest player on the pitch today. He's looking all over the shop. Every time Watkins runs at him, he absolutely has no idea what to do. Traore, corner for Aston Villa. It's curling towards the far post. Corny Howes again puts it just wide again on that same post. Pretty much a carbon copy of his header earlier. I think maybe that one was slightly closer to the goal. But the corners from Villa have actually been really good. Oh, he climbed really well with that header. It was Joel Ward, nowhere near his man. He didn't even challenge with the header. Completely ghosted, allowed Courtney to get a good head on goal there. This is why we need two up front. Watkins likes to drift. Yeah, see, this is why I want to play 4-4-2. 71% for possession for Aston Villa. 5 attempts on goal to Palace's single. I can't even think of that Palace shot. Oh no, it was a Benteke header that went over. And the Watkins shot was the first shot on target. Free kick to Villa on the halfway line. Cahill has to concede. They are really struggling with Ollie Watkins. They are really, really struggling with Watkins. He's won about 3 free kicks, and he's went through on goal once and he pulled it back. And then obviously he had the near post shot. He had a header that he could have put on target. So he's done a lot in this short period of time. Douglas Luiz switches to play from the free kick. It's Al Mohammadi. Goes for an early ball in. It's a good diving header away. John McGinn. Oh, yes! It's in off the post! It's John McGinn for Aston Villa. 16 minutes into the game. Left-footed shot from about 30 yards out. It crashes off the far post and into the back of the net. 1-0 Aston Villa, thoroughly deserved. And it's my man John McGinn, who's probably been one of our best players in recent weeks. Lovely, lovely firm shot into the back of the net. Butland had pretty much no chance with that. I was just about to complain that it's just hit the post, but it clips off the bar and goes in. First time shot from McGinn. Oh man, that is a really nice goal. It's one of those that you can watch and replay a little bit because it's not hit with power, but it's hit with precision, and the precision just takes it beyond Jack Butland and gives him no chance. Cahill should close him down though. Palace, see, this is why I don't really rate Roy Hodgson. I just think it's the defending, man. It's really, really poor. Lovely, lovely finish. Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. I think that's John McGinn's 3rd goal of the season, possibly 4th. You'll have to let me know. All the people who love the stats in the chat will have to let me know. But it is Palace 0, Aston Villa 1. Thoroughly deserved. There's been so many games this season where we have dominated in terms of possession and chances and not taken away. Mistake from Al Mohammadi. It's already a chance for Schlupp and a good save from Emi Martinez. First he's had to make today. Nearly a good response from Crystal Palace. But it was a good save at his near post. The shot wasn't great. Boy, Palace team loves to concede. Yeah, they do like to play a bit of counter-attack football, but their counter-attack has been poor. I will say. The fact that Townsend's been their best player, I think, says a lot, really. Let's go, says Harry. Let's go, also from Luca. Super great finish for Super John McGinn. It was a really nice finish. Really, really nice finish into the bottom corner. It just strolled it in. A bit like, I don't know if you guys remember Traore's goal against West Brom. Slightly closer in, but another kind of like pass finish into the bottom corner. I love those type of goals. It's really like aesthetically pleasing to watch. Benteke with the ball over the top towards Zaha. He's getting a bit more involved now. Konza has to put it out for a throw into Palace by the corner flag. Your friend is a Palace fan, doesn't like Roy Hodgson. I think he's a poor manager. I really do. I think he's had his good moments at Fulham. He was all right at Liverpool. He got sacked from there, I think. But they're just not going. They're not going forwards, are they? You compare them to like Leicester. They're really not going. They're stagnating. Cross comes into the far post. Townsend. It's a poor header from him. Eze recovers it well. Townsend. Shots deflected by Douglas Luiz. Goes up into the air. Courtney Howes the header away. Ward heads it back into the danger. A bit of head tennis between the two sides. And Palace. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, referee's given a foul for that. I think that was a very clean tackle from John McGinn, but a free kick to Palace has been given. A foul on the left back, who I did forget his name. He's a guy I've genuinely barely seen. Mitchell. He was the one who complained about a corner being given earlier. Foul to Palace. 20 minutes gone. Still 1-0 to Aston Villa. The Palace 22 should have... Yeah, 22. That is McCarthy. Yeah, he should have. He should have. And I don't think... Well, any of the back line helped in that anyway. But McCarthy should have closed it down. Or Gary Cahill could have as well. Eze towards the far post. It's a good ball in, but Watkins heads it away. Palace looking much better now. I think they've woke up a little bit. Cross from Townsend. That's a good ball. A good header away again. Shot comes in. And it's put over by Gary Cahill, the former Aston Villa centre-half. He puts it well over the goal. Onside to Butland too. So it would have been hard. It would have been hard to say. I think it was a good shot. Take nothing away from the effort. I think it couldn't have been better placed. In off the post, it's the hardest shot to save in football. Any shot that is in line with the bar that goes in is literally the most difficult shot to save. So I'm not blaming him at all. He needs to be helped by his team. Isabel, that was incredible. It was. To be fair, Roy is 72. Yeah, he's had to adapt to the game. Obviously, when he first came into management, I'm sure that football was way more different. It was more 4-4-2 and traditional fullbacks, and now most people play 4-2-3-1 with fullbacks coming through. Zaha did well there, but then Luiz surely gets a throw for Villa. He does, as he kicks it onto to Zaha's shin there. Al Mohammed to take the throw for Villa. Hello from Spain. How you doing, mate? The boys in claret and blue. How you doing, mate? What's up? Howes is very good in the air. Him as a backup doesn't get any better. He's so good, man. He's so... Oh, man. People probably think I have a Tyrone Mings agenda or whatever, but I do think Courtney Howes is really good. I'd like to see him play more. That's a great ball from target through to El Ghazi. Early ball in from El Ghazi, but it's not the best. I'd say it is kind of inviting. But if you're going to do a whipped ball like that, it has to be closer to Watkins because it allowed Jack Butland to close the space. But once again, Matt Target with those through balls down the channel, cutting Palace apart. Joel Ward really not dealing with it well. Kayate, to be fair, also not helping. And Jack Butland will volley it out of his hands forward, and Courtney Howes wins the header away. If Roy isn't retiring after his time at Palace, I can't see him get... No, I think he should just retire. You're a millionaire, man. Just live out your days. He's had an okay career. Oh man, free kick to Palace has been given. They punted the ball forward with Butland, and it's actually led to a foul from Douglas Luiz on Andros Townsend. So it's a bit of it is a foul to be quite fair, but it's a bit soft considering they've literally just put the ball forward. It's a good kick from Butland to be quite fair. 35 yards out. I'd say this is just about the distance. Well, you wouldn't want to shoot further on than this. So if Eze has a clean shot, maybe he could cause problems, but it will most likely be a cross here for Palace. It's fairly central position though, so he could have a go. The way Eze is positioning, he will have a shot, but the way Townsend is positioning, it will be a cross. I have a sneaky feeling it will be an Eze shot here. He disliked the video. Well, guys, if you like the video, you can counteract the dislike, can't you? So any support on the channel would be appreciated. Also, anyone who hasn't subscribed as well, it could also help. It will be a Townsend shot. Good save from Emmy. It's parried out. I really didn't think he'd have a go there. It's still kept in play. It's Townsend. It will go back to Eberizi Eze. Eze, that's a good ball down the channel. Schlupp, back heel into the middle. Courtney Howes cuts it out. And that will be a throw-in just by the halfway line for Crystal Palace. They have definitely woken up. I think it's been a bit of they've woken up and Villa have put their foot off the gas a little bit, which is a bit annoying. I'd really like us to have to pushed on and run at Palace a little bit and get them on the back foot and make them lose a bit of confidence. But Palace has definitely come into this more. Kayate to Schlupp. Despite the fact we had 70% of the ball before we scored, that's all gone now. I feel bad for him if we get Twanzebe. It will only limit Hal's game. Yeah. I mean, if we get Twanzebe, does that mean, what, Konza or Mings don't play? You can't drop Konza. I think Konza's the first name on the team sheet. So, like, if we do get anyone, Eze would be a great replacement. I agree with that. Him, Todd Cantwell as well would be a decent replacement. Oh, John McGinn with a poor pass there. And Palace have a counter-attack, and even, well, they've got an advantage from a foul. His Townsend goes for a cross. It's really poor, and Howes will cut it out. So, despite Howes playing with Konza, Howes has pretty much made 90% of the interceptions. A free kick to Villa. Ollie Watkins foul once again, and he's having words in his ears by McCarthy there. Free kick to Villa, 25 gone. In terms of Grealish replacements, I don't want to think about it. But if we are to sell Grealish, I would get 2 new wingers in. Because our wingers are poor, man. Not sure if Cantwell will leave Norwich. It's a huge... Oh, yeah, Norwich. Massive club, Norwich. In fact, I'm just saying, no disrespect to Norwich at all, but they are kind of what you would call a yo-yo team. I would want to leave that because if you're a betting man, put Norwich to go down. Norwich and Fulham are yo-yo teams. They literally swap over for the last... What? How many years has it been? They just keep swapping over. Long ball played again towards Watkins. He receives it on this left-hand side. We're getting so much joy down this left channel. Ghazi back to Watkins. Edge of the box for Villa. Goes past the tackle. Recovers it well. Oh, just couldn't stand his feet. He nearly gets the ball past 3 Palace players. Counter-attack for Palace. It's Eze. So lovely cutback. And he's got away from Louise with that. Lovely feet from Eze. Here's Zaha on this left-hand side. Zaha to Benteke. Benteke to Zaha. Chance! What a miss! Wilfred Zaha has probably put that, twice? If you look at the distance of the goal, he's probably doubled the goal height with the shot there from such a close range. Lovely back heel from Benteke. And Villa, I'm just saying, we kind of stopped playing there. You got to play to the whistle. It was Ezri Konza. He was complaining at a shirt pull from Christian Benteke. I don't think was the foul going to be given? Well, he was holding his shirt, so I don't think it should have stood anyway if they scored. But Villa, literally the defenders stopped playing to complain at the referee, and it could have led to a goal. I've always been taught play to the whistle because easily the referee could just say, "Oh no, that's a goal." But Benteke did hold the shirt at Konza. I don't think it would have stood if he scored. It's a poor ball from Al-Mohammadi towards Traore. And again, could lead to another counter-attack for Palace. Their counter-attacks are looking way better now. We need to sharpen up a little bit. Arsenal can see him going to Man City, right on the bench. Kind of like Fabian Delph. If we were to sell Grealish, we wouldn't get Europe. No chance. We need to... we need to build a team around Grealish. We already have players with cash. Watkins, we're starting to build a side. We just need to get rid of a few more deadwood. Get rid of Barkley. I would call Barkley deadwood. Lovely back heel from Louise to Howes. And Villa get a throw in on the halfway line. Very nice. Must feel good seeing your team score. I don't know. Oh, no. Look, all I'm going to say. Right. I get why you timed me. Trust me, I get why you timed me. I've timed you out for less. I've had tears. Tears are fine. For most of last season, we were in the bottom 3. I had a lot of tears and I had a lot of bullying. So it was nice. It was nice to actually have the shoe on the other foot for a change. But now I understand. If you lose the Champions League final, man. You lot have gone from having one of the best successful second halves of the season in your history to, well, especially if top 4 somehow goes. Oh my days. You had everything, man. Everyone expecting you to beat Leicester. I didn't even watch the game because I just presumed you'd beat Leicester. Ball from Eze towards Joel Ward on the far side. I thought he'd do an early ball in. Takes a touch, drills it towards the far post. Good header away by Ezri Konza. Traore has to put pressure on Kyoto. He's done well, Traore. Gets a bit of a flick to the ball. Eze. Poor touch from Eze. It's Ghazi towards Ollie Watkins, who's drifted out to the far side. Palace claim for an offside. The linesman doesn't flag anyway. Ollie Watkins goes back to John McGinn. McGinn. That's a foul. Well, the referee doesn't think so. McGinn was claiming for it, and a Palace counter-attack here. Zaha's Werner's shooting boots. That finish was shocking from a player of his standard. It was really, really awful. Chris says he thinks we should get a new right winger. Yeah, I agree. We've got Traore. Who else have we got really can play there? Trezeguet can kind of play both wings. Ghazi's more of a left winger. Target tries to do a ball down the middle. See, our free kick to Villa has been given though. I do think Traore's okay, but I want more depth. I think the wingers we have are fairly poor. Harry said we would get 80 million for Grealish if we sell him. You'd get Dwight McNeil, very good. I think McNeil's a very talented player. He gets under the radar a little bit of Burnley. Ghazi to Watkins, one touch passing from Villa. Douglas Luiz towards the far side. Villa finally getting a bit more possession back after the Palace onslaught. Watkins turns away from Chiarte. Watkins pass intercepted off the arse of Chiarte and away. Al Mohammadi gets it back for Villa, but then he gives it away. And there could be a counter-attack for Palace with Villa out of position there. But Douglas Luiz, he stopped it for at least a second, allowing players like Target and Almo to come back. But still Palace on the ball. Benteke back to goal. Out wide to Townsend. Townsend against Target here on this far side. Cross is a decent one. And Douglas Luiz with an unconvincing clearance. Same with Courtney House. Townsend will get another cross into the middle and a header away from Al Mohammadi. But again, it's just not cleared very well. It's to get back into Palace possession. It's Zaha. Good dribbling. Zaha shot blocks from Konda. Can we please get the ball away? Another crossing from the left towards Benteke. It's a goal for Palace. And it's Christian Benteke. And it's kind of deserved, I will say. We just can't clear our lines. And it's a crossing from the left. It's a good header from Benteke. Emi Martinez doesn't move. And it just drifts into the far corner. It is Palace 1, Villa 1. This is what we get for not clearing our lines. We had so many opportunities. Courtney House and Douglas Luiz, neither of them did it. Cross comes in, and you know what? I'll give House some slander there. House was beaten in the air by Benteke far too easily. Maybe that's why he doesn't play. But that was actually poor. That's the first mistake House has made today, and it's led to a goal. Doesn't climb well enough. Maybe it seems like he doesn't have a shout. He seems to not know Benteke's there because he just jumps into Benteke. Like, does he not get a shout at all? Like, it feels like... Well, it looks like he's gone for a header unchallenged because he jumps really early and he actually jumps into the chest of Benteke. And they're both the same height. So I just find that very odd defending from Courtney House. But it is 1-1 and... I can't say it's undeserved. It's just painful that it's Christian Benteke, that's all. I do think that's Tyron Mings, though. I do think that's headed away. I will say, as much as I think Benteke is a bit of a monster in the air, I think so is Tyron Mings. So, yeah, fair enough. I think he would defend that. Maybe that's one of the weaker sides of House, or maybe he just didn't get a shout. Who knows? I'd like to see what on earth happened there. Benteke kind of half celebrated as well. Douglas Luiz out to the far side with Matt Target. Ball is a poor one again. Villa just look flat, man. We haven't really got going since the goal. And you know, when you score, you expect to kind of push on a little bit, but we just held our foot off the gas a bit, and yeah. It's a bit flat. Ball down the channel towards John McGinn on the right wing. Good dribbling from McGinn. Cross comes in. It's headed up into the air. Watkins will challenge this. Flicks it on. Surely! Yes! It's Ghazi to score for Aston Villa. Well, that's a response and a half. Anwar Ghazi drills it in for Villa. What a flick on from Ollie Watkins. Watkins had to beat 3 Palace players with that. And I'm going at the other end saying Courtney House shouldn't be beaten in the air by Benteke. 3 Crystal Palace players should have got that ball. Ollie Watkins was the only Villa man to contest it. 3 Palace players there. And you're telling me Ollie Watkins was the man to win it. Lovely first finish from Ghazi. 9th goal of the Premier League season for him. First time shot. Palace 1, Villa 2. That's a response that I wanted. It's a nice little assist for Ollie Watkins as well on his return to the side. They put their foot back on the gas. Yay! Oh, what a game! Well, you can't say this game's not been entertaining. Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 2. The Palace defenders had a nightmare there. And now I feel bad for kind of giving a bit of abuse to Courtney House, because at least Courtney was the only man who could have dealt with the ball. But they had three Crystal Palace players there. Both of their centre-halves. You can see the goal as well on the replay and tell me what you think. If you are watching the game. But there was 3 players to contest that, and not one of them won it. That was really, really poor. Palace 1, Villa 2. And it is his 9th goal of the Premier League season. I did get it right. And we're 35 minutes in. What a response for Villa. Ain't nobody like El Ghazi. Yeah, Cahill, I don't know. I'd say Cahill, one of his strengths is being physical. And he just wasn't there against Watkins. That was very easy for Ollie. I felt like he was pretty much unchallenged with the header, and it's very bizarre because like they all had time to react. The ball came up into the air. They all had time to react to this ball, and none of the 3 Palace players around Watkins did. And Ollie Watkins just glances it on to El Ghazi. Lovely positioning as well from Anwar El Ghazi. And Villa scoring goals, something we don't actually often do, believe it or not. Joel Ward was... ball watching, man. Win that header. They had ample time to prepare for that. Kouyaté, I'd give a lot of blame to that because he's quite a physical bloke. And he was the one who flicked it up into the air in the first place. He should have got the ball away, in my opinion, as well. Joel Ward on this far side. Cross comes in. It's a good ball. And it's a good header away by Ezri Konsa. There's a chance, though. For Palace, they've still kept possession. It's Zaha. Right foot, Zaha. Good save from Emi Martinez. Doesn't have to dive. He predicts the flight of the ball. It's a pretty venomous shot, really, from Zaha, but it's a decent save from Emi Martinez. I need this game to slow down a little bit. So for a Villa game, anyway, this has been very entertaining. We don't actually have many goal-scoring games at Villa. It's usually just the odd goal or 2. I think it's the first time that we've scored 2 goals in a game. Man, when's the last time we scored 2 goals in a game? Other than West Brom. West Brom was like 1 game in the last 3 months we've scored 2 goals. And now we've got another one like it. And we're only 35 minutes into the game. It's a good game so far. It's been very entertaining, I will say. I would say that the 2 sides are showing their weaknesses. Palace definitely have a lot of weaknesses. And you see why they're finishing so close to the bottom of the table, because defensively they look absolutely all over the place. Props to El Ghazi, yeah, loads of credit. And El Ghazi's on the ball here again. El Ghazi cross. Watkins nearly arrives there. Watkins actually dived into the goal. It's gone to Elmo at the far side. Traore. Nice, neat feet from Traore to McGinn, and he's combined with Traore there was poor. The clearance was a bit of a hashed one. But Schlupp will get this away on the second time of asking, and it's ball played towards Benteke, but Courtney House will deal with it. 9 goals, pretty good for a winger. Last season he had 4 goals and 4 assists. Yeah, he's definitely improved this year. I would still like to get more depth in the winger positioning, because he doesn't actually have many assists. He acts more like a striker or like an inverted winger than like an actual proper winger. A lovely ball played towards Watkins. We get through on the channel again. Watkins pulls it back. Traore! What a block, Kouyaté. Butland even dived for that. And Villa getting so much success with through balls down both channels now. Crystal Palace have to be careful here. They eventually clear it and get a free kick by the halfway line. Would I take Tammy Abraham back? I probably would, yeah. I think as long as we don't pay too much money for him, I think he's a very underrated player at Chelsea. And... he's not really been given a lot of fairness really in his career. He's had a couple occasions to play Premier League football. He played for a fairly poor Swansea side, so he didn't really get his proper experience of the Premier League. Went up with Villa. Villa offered him. Well, we offered to buy him, and he wanted to push for the Chelsea team. He got in the Chelsea team, scored goals, and then kind of pushed out a little bit when Lampard left Chelsea. It's a bit of a shame. I don't think it was his fault, really. I just think in terms of Tuchel's playing, his play style, maybe it doesn't suit Tammy, or maybe just doesn't like him as a player. I'm not too sure, but I do feel I feel for him that he's been frozen out. Eclipse says you're a United fan as well. Yeah, we get supporters from all over the globe. Mainly, it'll be Premier League fans who come here. But I've had Barcelona fans. I've had people from Mexico come in. It's been good. Imagine when Grealish comes. Oh man, Grealish down the channel. These lot will be in trouble. They're struggling with Ghazi. They're gonna be in trouble. If you're allowing, I'm not saying Ghazi's a poor player, but he's not a quick player. And if you're allowing Ghazi to look fast, then there's something wrong. I think 30 mil for 20 mil for Abraham would be a bargain, but we won't get him for 20 mil. You gotta be realistic. Chelsea will not sell. Chelsea wouldn't sell Barkley for 20 mil, let alone Tammy Abraham. They would be a bit greedy and want 25 to 30. So like they value him in that way, but then they don't want to play him. So I don't know. It seems a bit, like a bit of hypocrisy there. Like you value him at 30 mil, but then don't play him. Abraham just got injured for a while. Yeah, true. He'd never really settled back into the team, even against like an out of form Werner and an old Olivier Giroud still couldn't get in. Like what chance did he really have? Like if Giroud had a stinker, would they would have played a false nine like they did against Fulham? Like they'd rather play no striker. Like it's so painful, really. Would I prefer Tammy Watkins? Why not play both? I've never really been a fan of one system formation. Cross into the far post for Palace, and that's gone out of play. That should be a corner to Palace. Well, the referee and the linesman don't think so, but that's gone well out of play. I'd like to see that on the replay. Emi Martinez grabbed the ball, and obviously he had to dive for it because it went so far to the far post. And he looked like he just took it over the line for a corner. Townsend shot for Palace. That will be a corner this time. It's deflected off Ramsey. But yeah, very, very bizarre, I think. I'm pretty certain, even from the angle that I got, that went out of play. Harry said, like us to get Dwight McNeil. McNeil, I think Burnley will value him a lot, I still think you'd pay the same, about 30 mil. Corner to Palace. And it's a good header away by Courtney. See, Courtney Howes wins a lot of headers, so I just don't understand what happened with Benteke. That's a good ball from Ward to Townsend. Another cross in. And a decent header from Ward. Villa hack it away. Only as far as Zaha, but another challenge in. This time by Ollie Watkins. And lovely pace from Watkins to try and press the Palace back line. Love that. We forced them all the way back to the halfway line, but they get it forward quickly. It's Zaha pulls it back. Cahill! Oh, Cahill should have scored, Villa, what on earth went at the back here? We were at 6s and 7s. Ollie Watkins pressed a Palace back to the halfway line, but it's just a simple pass to Eze to go around the press. Step over from Zaha, pulls it back. Cahill, I think Cahill should do better here. It's a lovely sliding challenge from Courtney Howes, but I think Cahill should do better there. Howes stops the goal. That's going into the bottom. The shot that Cahill does, that is blocked from Howes. Well, it's apparently hit Howes and back off Cahill, but I think that's going in the bottom corner if Howes doesn't make the challenge. So I think that's made up for the goal anyway. Tammy's wages maybe. Oh yeah, he's on a lot of money. Isn't it on like close to 100 grand, maybe even slightly more? Tammy doesn't even make the bench anymore. It's a bit of a shame, really. He should have made the bench for the Leicester game, and I literally won't hear any different. It should have been a plan B. Surely Chelsea fans have to at least partly agree that Tammy Abraham should have at least been on the bench for the game, because he would offer something different, man. Look, I mean, obviously, game. You guys watched the game. I watched the highlights. He didn't have that many opportunities. There was like that one big Kasper Schmeichel save, and obviously the goal was just slightly offside. But other than that, not really a lot was created. Do you think Villa? I think we'll get a Europe in 5 years, as long as we keep the main spine of the team. I think so. Keep players like Emi Martinez, keep players like Cash, keep players like Watkins, and hopefully we can somehow hold on to Grealish the way Palace have to Zaha, and we should be okay. Almo flicks it towards Traore, but then Traore's touch is poor. Cahill has to concede the corner though. Not the corner, the throw-in. I thought he was going to concede a corner. That's good defending, to be quite fair, from the veteran centre-half. It'll be an Almo throw-in. Nearly half-time here. Palace 1, Villa 2. Al Mohammadi throwing to Traore. Traore flicks it towards Ramsey. He's been a complete ghost, by the way, today. Other than the early part of the game where he could have done slightly more with a shot and a cross. He's pretty much ghosted since that moment. I've really not seen him get involved at all. It's been mainly Watkins and Ghazi that have been drifting over to the wings, getting the passes in. Matt Target, lovely through balls from him. We need to focus down the left more because they're struggling. Every through ball down this left-hand side, we look really dangerous. Joel Ward has probably had one of the worst games I've ever seen him play. He just looks completely lost. He's like a little puppy, completely lost on that far side. Al Mohammadi volleys it away, but it's already gone. Oh, an offside has been given. And we've got 2 minutes of added time for the first half. I've been fairly impressed with this game. Obviously, you can't let Benteke do his strength, which is just headers, and we allowed him to get a header on goal. And obviously, we're going to concede. If you allow Benteke to use his aerial prowess, we're going to concede. But other than that, I think we have been the better side, and we deserve some credit. When Lock Young team asks, would you give Ghazi a new contract? I would. 9 goals. I think it's impressive. I wouldn't actually be too surprised if a couple of teams actually even had a look at Ghazi, If you want a goal-scoring player in the Premier League, if you're a team like Norwich, would you go for Ghazi to get you goals? Something they struggled with last season, scoring goals. Not last season. Well, the year before last season, whatever. Do you want to call this season because it's technically nearly over? But like when they were in the Premier League, they struggled scoring goals. I think Ghazi could provide that for them. So it depends what he wants to do. Free kick to Villa. John McGinn has been fouled by Jeffrey Schlupp. A minute of the 2 has been played. Give us Grealish. We give you Twanzebe and 40. God, no. You're valuing Twanzebe at potentially 50 million because we want like 90-ish. We wanted 80 in the summer and no team wanted to pay that. We're not going to settle for nowhere near less than that. The idea now, you're talking about 100 mil for Grealish. Free kick from Ghazi. Flick header. And that'll be a corner to Aston Villa. And we have enough time to play. We've got 20 seconds. Can we get a very important third goal here from this corner? Could you do I could do. You know what? I might do the FAU Cup final because it is Aston Villa. It's the under 18s. I actually might do that. Something I've not thought about. But yeah, I think that's the least I could do. The academy's done quite well. I could give them, the time they deserve. I think they're at times better than the first team. Corner comes in for Aston Villa. It's a good header away by Chiarte. That was a very powerful header as well from Chiarte. And that is half time at Selhurst Park. It is Palace 1, Aston Villa 2. Very entertaining game so far. John McGinn put Villa ahead with a 30-yard shot that he kind of passed into the bottom corner in off the post. Palace did get a goal, kind of. Was it against a play? They kind of started getting into the game. They scored like within about a minute or 2 of really dominating. So they took their chances, cross in from the left as Villa just failed to clear their lines time and time again. We've seen it at Villa a few times this season. Ball from the left, I think from Zaha, correct me if I'm wrong, towards Christian Benteke, climbed above Courtney Howes, planted his header. Emi Martinez didn't move. As soon as you see the ball come off Benteke's head, I knew where it was going. I've seen it for years at Villa. I know exactly where that ball's going. Emi stood still and they levelled. Villa responded well. We don't usually do that, I will say, when we concede. Just like the Man United game, we just seem to crumble when we conceded. But this time, we battled well. Again, it was a cross from the right, I think from Al Mohammadi. Ball came into the middle. It was flicked up into the air by Chiarte. No Palace defender challenged the second time. Watkins flicked it on seemingly without too much bother. Flicked it onto Ghazi. He volleyed first time. 2-1 to Aston Villa. Very good. Very good from Villa. What are your thoughts, Villa fans and non-Villa fans, if you've been watching the game? What do you think the game's been so far and how do you see it panning out? I'm going to watch the youth final. Who are Villa playing? I genuinely forgot. When I looked at who we were playing, like when I looked at the draw for the final 4, I was like, West Brom's kids aren't too bad, but I think we got the easier of the outcome. I just genuinely forgot who. I've closely followed the under-18s tournament because I do think we have one of the. Obviously, I'm going to be biased, and if you don't think so, you can have that opinion. But I think the Villa Academy is one of the best in England, at the very least. I'm just gonna have a look for you guys. It will be an FA Youth Cup final against. Hang on, where is it? Liverpool's under 18s. That's interesting. Liverpool's under 18s. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Isabel. I went all that. I did all that. All the research to try and find it. Fair play. Yeah, it is Liverpool. Yeah. Louis Barry winner potentially. We need to win that trophy because our cabinet has been dusty for the last 30. Don't mention it. 19. Do you guys actually know? It is 1996, the last time we won a trophy. You could also say that the Intertoto Cup in 2001, but that has since gone. So can you even call that a trophy anymore? But technically it's 1996, and it was a 3-0 win against Leeds. And I think we won it 2 years prior with a win against Manchester United. Who would have thought? And since then, we've kind of gone backwards. And, you know, under Ferguson, they definitely went forwards. Is it true McGinn only scores 30-yard goals? It apparently is. Hello to you, Dean. What's up? Of course, Benteke scored against us. Yeah. But you got to admit, Dean, even though you are the most pessimistic person, I think we all know Dean here. We all know what Dean is like. I think you got to say you must be impressed with the entertainment so far and the fact that we've scored 2 goals. That the standards are low at Villa. To score 2 goals in the first half, pretty damn impressive. Harry says, good game so far. I'm quite impressed with Howes, despite the goal. He's been pretty good. I would like to mention he was at fault for the goal, but I think he's been okay. I think he's dominated a lot in the air. I do think, to give him maybe too much credit, I think he didn't get a shout, you know. I genuinely, looking at the replay, let me know what you think. But the way it went, I don't think he had a shout, Benteke was behind him, because the way he jumped, you wouldn't jump into a player if you're trying to beat him in the air. Make Harry a mod. Harry, do you want to be a mod? I actually trust you a lot, to be quite fair. And you are always here, so if you do want to be a mod. I don't have any problems on the channel anyway. But yeah. Barry and the youngster on the bench called Chukwuemeka. Yeah, he's good. I want to see him play more. I think he could offer us more, possibly, than players like Jacob Ramsey, in my opinion. RDG7 says, if you don't count the Intertoto Cup, then you can't count Tottenham's only cup. Yeah, you can't. Tottenham haven't won anything, in my opinion, since 2008. And you look at Leicester. Leicester won the Premier League, and Leicester won the FA Cup. So you got to say, in terms of recent history, I would put Leicester ahead of Tottenham. I missed the goals because I was in the... Oh, dear. Of course, you missed the best moments. I'll tell you about them anyway. Because I'm seeing it now. Al Mohammadi cross came in. It was a diving header away by Cahill. First time shot from McGinn. And he just seems to like finesse it into the far corner, in off the post. Poor defending from Palace. Poor, especially from McCarthy. Nowhere near closes down McGinn. He just seems to stop like a deer in headlights. Instead of closing down your man, he literally just stands still and tries to block the effort. Gets nowhere near it, and it's a simple finish from John McGinn. But yeah, Palace made a complete mess of that. I would love to be mod. Oh, cool. I'll make you a mod. Because, yeah, you are always here, and I think I can trust you. So I reward that. Thanks me later, Harry. To be fair, you never asked for it as well. That is one thing as well. I'll give you guys a tip. If you do ask for mod on a lot of channels, it kind of puts you away from being a mod. Like, your best chance of being a mod on any channel is just repetition of going back a lot and showing that you're trustworthy. I think you've done that pretty spot on, Harry. Can I have a shout out? Well, shout out to you and everyone in chat, Lewis. When Lock Young team said the FA Youth Cup will be played at Villa Park on the 29th, hopefully some fans will be allowed. It'd be nice to give the boys support. Wouldn't it have been great, though, to have a full 42k watching the under 18s, like to give them like the full Villa experience, and especially if we want, like, how amazing would that have been? Obviously, we are in a pandemic, and it is a shame, but if we could have filled the ground for the kids, that would have been. I know the Villa fans would have filled it too, because our fans are incredible. So yeah, it's a shame that's not the case. But if we get some fans in, that'll be nice for him. See you when the second half is on. All right. I've seen a bit then, Chris. What is mod? So mod is short for moderator. Basically, someone to just stop any trolls from saying anything in chat. But to be fair, I think you guys will agree. I don't get that many haters. I think I'm very lucky. I've seen people get much worse than me. I've had a couple when I first started. If you go actually as a mod, if you look at the amount of banned accounts, I do think I have about 20. And it kind of started when I did first start streaming. But for a long time, I've barely had any hate. So you just chant a person's name to be moderated. Are you going to watch the Europa League final? I'll watch it. I probably won't stream it because I didn't do the semi-final. I do feel like I'd kind of be going on a bandwagon if I just stream the final. Like I did the Champions League one, so I'm going to stream that. But I think I'll just watch the Europa League final. I think United will probably win it. Villarreal, fairly poor side. I think you'd have beat... No matter what the winner of that game was, you'd have won. You'd have beat Arsenal or you'd have beat Villarreal. But you'll win. You'll win that game easily. Bruno will probably get the winning goal. Maybe from the penalty spot. FA Cup final. Oh my days. Did you hear the atmosphere from Leicester when they scored? Oh, like... It was insane. And when VAR disallowed the goal, like the camera shook because I have been deprived of that. So like I'd love to see that for Villa, but it was so nice to hear. Maybe I shouldn't support people celebrating VAR, but you know, in other sports, their form of it, like in rugby and stuff like that, it's still kind of done. So I can't really criticize it too much. Isabel says because you're such a nice guy. I appreciate that. But even the nicest people will still somehow have hate. I like to say I'm unbiased, and I like to say I have a bit of a laugh on the channel. I also do get salty when we lose. I've had it before. You can go back on all the live streams are still on the channel, so you can always go back. And I've been very salty on some games. A little bit of reflection as well. I'll talk about it on the Man United game. At the time, I was very upset, and I did say it's not a dive. Watkins didn't dive, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I think Watkins did kind of dive. I really try and not be biased, but I was just so butthurt at that game. So yeah, I think I upset a few United fans, but I think it was a dive. I think to book him though, it was like half simulation. I think he got the contact and then went down. But it's neither here or there. I think the fact that the penalty wasn't given, I think, is the right decision there. That's what I'm trying to say. Leicester fans are brilliant. Can't wait until fans come back. The sport, man, it is so dead without fans. It's so dead. It's why Super League wouldn't have worked, because people just like there wouldn't be fans in the ground. There would be tourists. There would be people who don't love the club. It would be played like the idea. It'd be played in Florida. It'd be played in New York. It'd be played in Dubai. It'd be like, and you wouldn't get fans there. You'd get maybe like a quarter of the ground like filled with supporters, but it'd be fake, man. Fake crowd noises. Especially. Do you remember when it first happened? By the way, when the people were like, they were obviously controlling it, getting used to it. Like the delays for the celebration, like someone would score and like they'd put the celebration in like seconds after. So it like the timing was poor. And then you've had ones where they've pressed, obviously it's like a button or whatever it is, and they've pressed it because they feel like they've scored, and the goalkeeper has like made a save. I remember seeing a penalty and they just predicted he scored. So like the keeper saved it and they pressed the cheer and then had to remove it. So when it first came in, it's slightly more clean now, but it's still not great. It still just feels fake, and it's nowhere near the actual crowd. It can never be as good as the actual crowd. Why did we not put Mateta on since his goal against Brighton? If you let Harry mod because he's attended every stream, what about me? Okay. See, this is what happens. I can't have too many mods. I'll just be. It's like. Because I could just mod everyone here. You're all nice people. You all support me. I could. Maybe in the future. But to be fair, mods on this channel barely do anything anyway because people are too nice. I will go and look on Twitter, see what people think. Obviously, Villa fans will be pleased. I can't see many complaints. Palace fans, I think would be spitting feathers at the defending. So leading at the break was the tweet. Target is absolutely class, man. Could be player of the season for. Oh, that's a good question. Who do you think Villa's player of the season is, guys? Because like this is part of we get into the part now where we kind of have to decide. I think it is between like a few players. Obviously, you could say Grealish, but he's only played 20 games. I'd like to say someone who has played like pretty much every game. Obviously the contenders are for that: Emi Martinez, Ezri Konsa, John McGinn, and I think Matt Target is in that as well. I'm a mod on another channel and he gets a lot of hate. People make fake accounts and just spam inappropriate words and names. And Martinez player of the season. You spoke facts in both of those comments. Because people are just vile. People are vile sometimes. But I've got very nice support on this channel. I think McGinn, honestly, McGinn, I think, is probably one of our most consistent players. Probably Mings or Watkins. Watkins, it's another. I didn't include Watkins, and now I feel bad. Watkins is a shout. I think we. It's good though that we have so many players to choose from. Like that is a good thing. If you can think of a name within seconds, that isn't a good thing because that means he has outperformed everyone. The fact that we have to think about it is a good thing because it means we've had a lot of success with players this season. I'm really trying to think who I'd give it to. You know what? You guys probably won't agree. I agree. Watkins is a massive shout. McGinn is a massive shout. But I would give it to Emi Martinez. The fact that he's had as many clean sheets now as Brad Friedel, apparently in 2010. The best keeper we've had in a very long time. And I think we're very lucky to have him. So I would give it to Emi Martinez. He's like 15 clean sheets for Villa is insane. Like, compare him to Nyland. Compare him to even like Pepe Reina. Like, nowhere near. Hey man, who are you backing for top 4? I think Chelsea are pretty much nailed on. They would have to really bottle. I would say they look fairly competent. Leicester are just gonna sail ahead. Leicester could even threaten United for second. So I just think it will be the. I know it's the boring answer if you want to put it that way. But I think it'll be the top 4 now. I can't see there being much change. As much as it would have been like a fairy tale story for West Ham, I just think the Everton loss for them petered their season out, in my opinion. And Liverpool have had far too much to come back from. Their success of 1-0 losses has screwed their season. Losing 7-2 to Villa as well probably didn't help as well. Had to put it in there. Luke said yes I would as well. 100% right. Last season Grealish was the only candidate this year. I'd be happy with at least 6 of them. I think it's really good. I think it's a testament to Villa and the fact that we've actually bought decent players. I know Villa fans, right? If you go on Facebook or Twitter, there's a lot of fickle Villa fans. Like Tyra Mings gets loads of abuse. Douglas Luiz got a load of abuse. Ghazi, for the years he's been at Villa, has loads of abuse. Poor touch from Emi Martinez. Oh my day, we just kicked off for the second half and nearly Palace scored. I'm just trying to talk about how good we are. And the ball played back to Emi. He took a horrible touch and then had to slide tackle to get the ball back for Villa. My heart was in my throat as I was watching that. I didn't even want to commentate on it because I'm like, it's Emi, he'll be all right. And it was one of the worst touches I've ever seen. He recovered that brilliantly, though, to be fair. Because if he didn't, it's not only a penalty, but, it goes on the borderline of, is it a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity without an attempt to play the ball? Because that's obviously the new rule now. And with goalkeepers, it's hard to tell if they slide in. Poor pass from Ramsey back. Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. Good ball from Elmo to Traore. On this far side, the right-hand side, gets it back to Al Mohammadi. Cross comes in. He smashes that. He kind of overhit that. Villa still keep the ball. Good, lovely cushion header from target to Al Ghazi. On this left-hand side, Al Ghazi trying to win a throw-in. Doesn't do enough. And Townsend actually defends that really well. Joel Wood takes over. Plays it down the channel. So, yeah, We did kick off for the second half. It's just kind of very, very fast. I wanted to finish what I was saying. And then Emi Martinez gave me a heart attack. Harry said, just imagine if Martinez like this 10 years ago when he was young and just benched at Arsenal. The fact that he had so many loan spells and never really got into the Arsenal team makes me very sad. I think he's better than Leno. And the fact they stay with Leno, ball from Traore to Watkins on the byline, puts it back into the middle. And it's a good catch out the air from Butland. Lads, let me talk. Every time I want to talk, we have a counter-attack. But whenever there's dead air, like, I'd always have little to talk about when there's dead air. But every time I have something to say, there's a big counter-attack for Villa. And I have to cut it short. But yeah, Emi did well at a lot of different teams. I think he played for Reading. He did okay there. Like I think he's been okay. He's been okay. I think he's improved. If you watch his early, his early career highlights, I watched like a howler he did for one of his teams. And yeah, he looked poor in that, but that was years ago. And he looks way more of like a composed goalkeeper. And he looks way better, way better. And he's, in my opinion, I think he's goalkeeper of the season for the whole Premier League. Obviously, you've got Edison. You got Mendy to compete. Even Meslier from Leeds has been okay. You could argue Areola, but the fact he's been relegated, I would take it away from him. But he's still had a good season. Maybe I'm biased with Villa, and you can tell me that in the chat if you guys think that. But I do think Martinez probably goalkeeper of the season for the Premier League. Powerful header forward from Courtney House there, and it nearly put Ollie Watkins through on goal. I don't think I've seen a header put a player in on goal before. Konza goes long for Villa. Towards Watkins, he battled well, but a good header away from Cahill. Watkins he's caused his centre-backs problems. There's only been like a handful of teams who've stopped Watkins playing to his strengths. I think Lindelof and Maguire did okay with that. But you compare that to Kouyaté and Cahill, they look all over the shop at times. That could have been a penalty. I think so too. I really do. The slide tackle from Emi Martinez, he did just enough. But it made me nervous. It did make me nervous. What a poor start to the second half that would have been. Townsend that's a poor free kick to give away. Townsend was pulled over by Target, free kick Palace. Good start for the second half by Palace, I will say. Grealish on. I think we should put him on at 70, just like the last game. Spot on. Guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be a member, you can. Counter-attack for Aston Villa. It's Anwar El Ghazi. Should play it through to Watkins. Play the pass, Anwar! Anwar El Ghazi had the easiest through ball of his life to Ollie Watkins. And he delayed it, and he delayed it. And he tried to step over, and he lost the ball. Play the pass. Watkins made a really good run once again, drifting out to the... not even the wing, just slightly to the left of the Palace player. And he should have been found, man. It should come on in the next 10 minutes. Stop crying about United clip. What? I ain't said anything about United. El Ghazi, very, very selfish from Anwar El Ghazi. He was probably trying to step over to bend it in. Ball played down the channel towards Wilfried Zaha. He'll try and keep this in play, but it's already gone out. And it'll be a throw-in to Villa by the corner flag. Maybe they'll press us in. It'll be an Al Mohammadi throw-in. Palace need to put Mateta on. Palace need something. They need to inject themselves with a sub. As much as I think Benteke is a good player, he's very Fridge-esque. And it's a free kick to Palace. That's poor from Traore. Seemed to kind of like hold the leg of Zaha there to stop him going through. And Traore looks a little bit hurt. He's holding a very private area. So I need to see what's happened here. I think he's actually gone. I think he's gone into the knee of Zaha, shall we say, in a very tender spot. It will be. Not only he conceded a foul for it, but he got very hurt in the process. As a lad myself, I will say, ouch. Free kick to Palace, though. 51 minutes played at Selhurst. It is still 2-1 Villa. Eze to take the free kick's a good one. Is drilled into the box, but only half cleared by Villa and eventually smashed out of the box. And it's actually gone so far. It's gone to Jack Butland for Palace. He comes out his goal. Butland plays it long diagonally towards Benteke. Lovely header from him, but it is well intercepted from Ezri Konsa. And that should be a free kick to Villa. It is. It is a foul on, I think, Anwar Ghazi there, with Eberezi Eze going into him. Aston Villa just, like us, play better. Yeah, just like a lot of teams. Because there's no fans, the away forms this season from a lot of teams is usually... It's been very consistently good. I don't know. Maybe it's more pressure to play at home now. But yeah, Villa Park, we're awful. Good flick header from Benteke towards Zaha. But to be fair, Al-Mohammadi kept up with Wilfried Zaha there. Who would have thought that? Emi Martinez distributes it towards the left-hand side target. First time ball to Watkins. Watkins, I think he was fouled there by Chiarte. The referee doesn't give it. And Palace have the ball on the right-hand side. It's James McCarthy for Palace. Barely seen him actually have the ball. Not really involved in much of the Palace attacks, and he remains quite deep even now. He's Townsend for Palace. Townsend to Eze. He's actually been alright for Palace. Edge of the box. Eze, that's a poor ball though. Looking for Benteke. I think they're trying to use Benteke obviously as a target man. But that was drilled far past him. Do Aston Villa fans hate... We don't hate United. We don't hate United. I just don't like playing United because... we always lose. It's just one of those. Historically, we're just not great against United, and that's why I don't like playing. That's why probably Villa fans will be a bit upset. The fact that the Bruno pen last year still with salty over. Eze's shot is charged down by I think John McGinn that was. Townsend on this far side for Palace. He's been involved with pretty much every attack for them. Townsend back to Ward, cross towards the far post, header away from Al-Mohammadi. The pieces will be picked up though, and Palace have it. I keep forgetting this man's name. The left back. I have to check every single time. Palace still keep possession. I've also ended up accidentally taking off the lineup. I've actually been doing that well with commentary. I forgot to have the lineups on, so I know who's actually doing what. But I've understood the players quite well. It's Mitchell. How am I forgetting the name Mitchell? Every other Palace player I can name. It's Mitchell at left back. I can never seem to remember. I have to have this on screen for one player pretty much. Courtney House for Villa. We play from the back. Ooh, nearly gave it away to Benteke there. Not the most convincing of dribbling. And in fact, Target does give it away. Here is Benteke. Crossing towards Zaha. What a ball that is. Zaha surely for Palace. He can't get it on his right foot. Good defending that from Konsa. If you want an example of really good composed defending, that's it. You're against Zaha, who has quite a bit of room when he receives the ball, and he closed down the space well, doesn't allow him on his favourite right boot, and he stops the goal. He really wanted to get it on his right foot. You could see the desperation of Zaha, because he could have struck it left-footed. But yeah, he's a good player, Zaha, but that was good defending from Konsa. Clip ball forward towards Benteke. Good hit. Oh, I'd say he was well won, but a foul was given. Courtney House went a little bit too strong there, and it's a free kick to Crystal Palace on the halfway line. 55 gone. It is Palace 1, Aston Villa 2. Jeffrey Schlupp winning the free kick for them. Not the same intensity in the second half, I will say. I think Villa dominated the first half for sure, but Palace have dominated this half. A little bit like the Man United game. We start so strong in the second half, and it kind of fizzles out. And I'm not entirely sure why. Townsend's free kick for Palace, and it's headed up and over, and it will be a corner to Crystal Palace. Again, a corner didn't have to be conceded there. So that's the frustrating part for me. John Terry could be a candidate for the Palace job next season. I think so. I don't know if he'd want to do that. Corner's taken short. Zaha's left-footed ball in, and my heart sank. Because it went across the face of the goal. A really good, inviting cross by his weaker foot, Zaha, then. And that really should have been attacked at the back stick. No Palace player there. Oh, man. Chiarte could have gone for that, but I don't think he anticipated the ball to go right across his body. And thankfully, it's gone out for a goal kick, because that was a really inviting ball. If you are John Terry, would you want to go into management? Right now, I think you could take a few years with Dean Smith, be an assistant manager at Villa, learn, all you need to learn, and then I would say go into management. I don't think he has to rush it just yet. A lot of managers go a bit early, like Wayne Rooney Great example. Eze, lovely dribbling, free kick to Palace. Gets a foul from Douglas Luiz. Tell you what, I think Aston mentioned it earlier. I think Eze would be a good replacement for Jack Grealish, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the likelihood of it because his dribbling is good, and he definitely wanted to win a free kick there. The way he positioned himself, kind of like to purposely get fouled there. Joel Ward to take the free kick for Palace. He does have Eze short, but Benteke is calling for it long. He's also got Kiarte there as well. Joel Ward will take this free kick into the box. Good header away by Courtney House, only as far as McCarthy to Townsend for Palace. And we're really pressing them backwards here. McCarthy has to go back towards Joel Ward. The press from Villa was good, but Palace didn't bottle under the pressure. And now Zaha, very deep, receives the ball for Palace. And he'll play it towards the right-hand side. Villa need to make sure we don't make any silly mistakes here with the press. Here's Schlupp for Palace. Townsend takes over. Cross comes in. A very inviting ball from the right-hand side for Crystal Palace towards Christian Benteke. And Al Mohammadi dealt with it. But he could only concede a corner. Palace definitely on top now. And it's Townsend again. Oh, man, it is. As much as I hate to say it, that is, a foot away from Benteke, putting that in. Corner, Eze to take for Crystal Palace. Drilled in the near post. Header away. Shot. What a save, Emmy! Oh, my days, what a save. That is unreal. Palace still have the ball. Townsend on the right-hand side in the box. Townsend blocked off target corner. Palace. That save from Emi Martinez was massive. What an unbelievable save that was. I need to see this again. Corner was drilled in by Eze, flicked on, powerful header from Christian Benteke, and Emi Martinez tipped it onto the crossbar. And we just about survived. Corner to Palace, Townsend to take. He's going to go to the edge of the box. Joel Ward, he's made a mess of that. And it's a good header from Howes. Villa counter-attack, maybe with Traore, and a free kick has been given. Traore kind of lost the ball there to Eze, but moments before Douglas Luiz was fouled. And the cameras pan to Emi Martinez once again. I think to give him the credit, what a save this was. Christian Benteke with the header unmarked. Whoa, what a save. Didn't even hit the bar. It was just in line with the bar. Benteke free in the air. Incredible save from Emi Martinez. That is probably one of our best saves this season. But how on earth are you letting Christian Benteke have a free header at the back post? Are you insane? What are we doing in training to give him a free... their best attacking player, their best player in terms of heading, we're giving a free header for. Yay! Great idea. Thank God we got Emi in goal, because that should have crashed into the back of the net. I'm sure Benteke is wondering himself how that isn't a goal. I think Smith may need to change things. I agree with that, yeah. We need subs because this game is slowly getting away from Villa. Al Mohammadi clips it towards Jacob Ramsey. And he's been forced out to the wing when he received the ball into the box. Oh my days. Ramsey getting bullied. He's won a throw-in though by the corner flag for Villa. But when he received the ball, see, instead of... maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but he doesn't try and take on his man. He just gets pushed into the corner flag, really. When you receive the ball by the 6-yard box, to get pushed all the way to the corner flag there is a bit... I don't know. Bertrand Traore. That's a great touch. Traore to Douglas Luiz. He plays it towards the right and the left-hand side even. Is Matt Target. Target combining with Al Ghazi. That's a foul, surely. Free kick to Aston Villa on this left-hand side. Townsend with the foul on Anwar Al Ghazi. And now we're in. Please, Dean, please make the subs. I beg to the Lord, we need something. Because this game is slowly getting away from Aston Villa. And I think it's the first time we've had the ball in their final third for a very long time. Our set pieces have been okay, I think, as well, for a change anyway. They've actually been decent. Traore and El Ghazi both on it. Obviously, two different footed players, so we could have a whipped or drilled ball. It's El Ghazi to drill it in. Oh, what a save, Butland! It's still not cleared. Shots deflected. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Jack Butland making a big save for Crystal Palace at his near post there. At one end, Emi kept Benteke out. At the other end, Al Ghazi has just gone for goal there. And it may have took a deflection off Ahmed Al Mohammadi here. Seeing on the replay. Ooh, possible little flick off him or Joel Ward. But very good goalkeeping by Jack Butland, and it will be a corner kick to Aston Villa on this right-hand side. See, the set pieces have been good. We've caused them problems, which is, you know, it's what I want, because our set pieces are usually really crap. And considering Palace, I'd say a physical side, it's impressive. Traore corner kick to Aston Villa, and it's headed away by Gary Cahill. We lost a battle as well with James McCarthy, and Palace could counter. We're in trouble here. Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle, but they play advantage. It's Eberechi Eze for Palace. And that's a poor ball, and it will be a throw-in to Crystal Palace. I want to see the tackle again. I want to roll it back. I think it was Al Mohammadi sliding in. I had a split second to see the man with the challenge. I'm going to see the replay now. Oh no, it's Jacob Ramsey. What a challenge. Jacob Ramsey, the attacking midfielder for Aston Villa, tracking back with a lovely side tackle. And that is, well, it's ended up being a Villa throw because it took a nick off Andros Townsend. But that slide tackle from Jacob Ramsey, of all players, possibly stops a massive Palace counter-attack, because we were in big trouble there. Free kick to Villa, given again. Another foul against Ollie Watkins. And Jack Grealish is already preparing to come on for Aston Villa. Everyone was saying 70th minute. He's actually going to come on in the 63rd for Villa. So even more time on the pitch for the Villa skipper. 63 minutes, Palace 1, Villa 2. We take the free kick short. Oh, well, we were preparing the sub there, and we took the free kick short. So he actually won't come on for possibly another minute or two. Why did Elmo take that short, the idiot? In fact, Palace have got a throw in, so he'll come on now. And Jack Grealish just tying his shoelaces now for Villa. I imagine he'll come on, for Traore, yeah. Bertrand Traore, I don't think he's had a great game, really. I think he's been one of the poorer performers for Villa. Still okay. This is my annoyance about Traore. It's these on and off games he has. It's where he can be like the Villa Lionel Messi, or Emil Heskey. Like there's no in between, and I hate it. I just want consistency with the man, because on his day, if you're a Man United fan, you would say Traore is sick because he scored in both games against United, and he looked really good at Villa Park against them. And he looked okay at Old Trafford as well. But, there's been a lot of games. I imagine some teams would have seen nothing from Traore in the 2 games we played against them. So, yeah. Definite mixed opinions. Konza, he's fouled there by Zaha. Very good. The linesman actually gave that originally. Very good officiating from him, because if he doesn't flag for that, Zaha might have been through on goal, because Konza obviously went down. 64 on the clock. It is Palace 1, Villa 2. Jack Grealish is on the pitch for Aston Villa. What can he do? Well, if you're talking about injecting life into a game, can you make a better sub than Jack Grealish? Can any team in the Premier League make a better sub than Grealish right now? Emi Martinez will take the free kick for Aston Villa. 65 on the clock, still 2-1. Ball played towards Jack Grealish. It's a good header away, only as far as Ramsey. It's a bit scrappy. Luiz finds Grealish, and he's already won a free kick. He's just come on. He's literally just come on. And his first touch of the ball, he was fouled. You couldn't write this. You literally couldn't write the fact this man is a foul magnet. He's an absolute foul magnet. He's already won a free kick for Aston Villa. And it was I think it was Joel Ward who made the foul there. Lingardinho. He's a good player. He's a good player, to be fair. People say Lingardinho without the sarcasm anymore, because he's actually decent now. Who would have thought? It'll be a Matt Target or Al Ghazi free kick here. It'll be Al Ghazi. Play towards the far post. Good goalkeeping from Jack Butland. And he'll dive on the ball. I thought he'd try and quickly distribute it there, Jack. He'll bowl it out towards the left-hand side. I think Palace might make a sub soon. I imagine they would anyway. Here's Eberechi Eze for Palace. Despite the fact they need a goal, they're still playing a little bit deep here. Eze back to Jack Butland. I bet Aston Villa to win 3-1. Palace away 25 to 1 on 100 bet. Nice. I think you're in for money here. Free kick to Villa, surely? What? Ramsey was fouled. Ref. Jacob Ramsey was tripped over. The referee doesn't give it. We get the ball anyway. Chance for Ramsey. Turns away. Ramsey. What a block that is. Ramsey, I think, was trying to either win a penalty or just turn away from his man. I thought his leg might just about get caught. The camera didn't even see how we won the ball back. But Villa, as we were complaining for a free kick, the camera panned to Jacob Ramsey. The next minute, you know, Ollie Watkins has the ball in the box for Aston Villa. They completely missed it. Lewis Wood said, okay, bet. Dale Hurst said, come on, the Villa. If anyone put a bet on Villa, I was very confident going into this game. I said we'd win 2-0. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling Palace are a fairly poor team. And obviously the game is nowhere near done. But as of right now, I think we're okay. We got Grealish on the pitch as well now. I think there's mistakes in this side. I do. And Palace have given away a throw in here as well. Trying to link up with Wilfried Zaha. I think Al Mohammadi, give him credit. He's done really well with Zaha today. I think Zaha has been back-pocketed a little bit. Please go for Tammy Abraham. I want Abraham to play first-team football, whether that's at Villa or not. I think it'd be, you know, it's needed for the lad because he's definitely a good Premier League proven goal scorer. And he deserves to play. Eze for Palace. Gets away from Al Mohammadi. Eberizi Eze! What a block that is from Courtney House. That might possibly have been curling in. And Courtney House with a header there to actually block the shot. I think he's definitely made up for the mistake for the first goal. I love you, mate, but I am a Palace fan. I think is what you mean to say. That's fine. I like fans from all over. Trust me. And I like to be as unbiased as I can as well. So I don't just give you a load of BS. Ball played to left-hand side. Cross comes in. Deflected away by Konza. Ball cleared away from Al Mohammadi. Looking for Watkins. He finds him. Ollie Watkins all on his own here for Villa. And he goes down again. The referee doesn't give another foul. This is the third time in a row. Villa should have had a free kick. The referee doesn't give it. It's Zaha for Palace. Zaha away from Douglas Luiz. Zaha, what a block that is. Target, it will be a corner to Crystal Palace. Well, that would have been controversial if Palace would have scored from that, because I think a foul should have been given on Ollie Watkins. Hello to you, Jackson. What's up? Dale said he supports Newcastle. I get fans from genuinely all over. The last stream I did, I had 3 Man City fans, and we didn't even play Man City. Corner to Palace on this right-hand side. 20 minutes to go. Corner played in. Decent ball in. Oh, for Emmy Flapped had it. It's still in play. It's Eze, edge of the box for Palace. Eze curls it wide of the post. And it will be deflected wide. It will be another corner to Crystal Palace. My heart can't deal with this. You'd cry if you see the National League of Football in my country. Moderators, please ban the... Don't ban the Palace fan. I want him here. It's fine. He's not giving me abuse. Corner comes in again for Palace. A header away by Courtney House. Jack Grealish flicks it away. Will only go as far as Townsend, who took the corner. He'll drill it back in towards the far post again. Benteke heads it back into the middle. Smashed away by Ghazi. And that, I think, will be another Palace corner. I didn't quite see where the flight of the ball landed there. Ball went down the ball went down the tunnel. Oh dear. I did kind of do fantasy football, but I also fell off it a little bit, I will say. Mitchell to take the throw in for Crystal Palace. Zaha, good turn away. Zaha on his left foot might get a ball into the middle here. Good tackle from Al Mohammadi, and he'll put it out of play for a throw in. It is still Palace 1, Villa 2. You're just kidding. I was going to say, he's been alright. I didn't even know he's a Palace fan. That says a lot. So I've had some stick on the channel before. Mitchell to take the throw for Palace. Who would have thought this, for a really early game, this is one of my most viewed live streams, so I do appreciate this, guys. Who would have thought Villa versus Crystal Palace would have been one of my most viewed live streams? You guys are amazing supporters of the channel, and if you haven't already, I don't like to say this too much, but if you could like and subscribe to the channel, we currently, I think, have 17 likes, so if we could get the like count up, that would be sick for you guys in chat. That might be late, actually. I'm not too sure. Emi Martinez for Aston Villa, as the cross was a bit poor. 20 minutes to go. Palace 1, Villa 2. Back in September, I played Chelsea win Champions League. You are joking. You could win bang. Oh, you'd be more upset than Chelsea fans if you lost that. If you go and win that, fair play. You stuck your money where your mouth is. Here's Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa. He clips it towards the left-hand side, but it's a poor ball towards Jack Grealish. Grealish actually has to battle with that and does get to the ball. which gets Villa back on possession. Here's Jack Grealish again. That's a foul, surely. Referee doesn't give it. Grealish remains on his feet. Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa. Diagonal ball forward towards Ahmed Al-Mohammadi. He's done well here. Lays it off to towards Al-Ghazi. Gets it back. Al-Ghazi playing as a right winger. So weird to me. John McGinn switches to play. Looking for Jack Grealish. It's a good header away and it'll be a throw into Aston Villa. 72 on the clock. It is Palace 1, Villa 2. You have a chance. No, I have a chance. All the money goes to the... Oh, that's lovely. That is absolutely lovely thing. It'll be a sub for Crystal Palace. McCarthy will come off for them. And James Tompkins. James Tompkins. Okay, guys. They've just took off a midfielder for a defender 2-1 down. Jack Grealish is fouled. Free kick. How many times have I said that this season? Free kick to Aston Villa. It's quite near the box, actually. More in a crossing position than a shooting one. So, yeah. And James Tompkins. I can't believe he's just come on. What an uninspiring sub. And I hope the Palace fans give them stick for that. Frank Lampard. Lampard would be good for Palace, I think. I think Lampard at Chelsea was too much for him. I think he did okay, but he showed obviously his ineptitude and that he's inexperienced. And I think Palace would be good. Free kick for Villa. It's going to be drilled towards goal, but smashed over the bar. What a waste. Grealish got a kick in the shin for that. Really? Great to see you back, Jack. Yeah, Jack Grealish. He's only been on for a few minutes. Has been fouled twice. Did you watch the cup? I didn't watch the cup final yesterday. I can't lie to you because I just presumed Chelsea would win it. Maybe poor judgment from my part, but I thought with Tuchel, he's a good manager at Chelsea. I know he has bottled finals. If you guys remember, he bottled the Champions League final with PSG last year, and he's bottled the cup final this year, and he's got another Champions League final. You never know. Watkins for Villa. Possible counter-attack. He's played it towards the left-hand side. We had a free kick. We played advantage. Grealish lays it off back to Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa. Luiz towards Ahmed Al-Mohammadi. Back towards the centre with John McGinn. Villa just trying to pass the way through this Palace side. Target. Dribbling from Target. He nearly lost the ball there. Trying to make his way through. That's a good ball to McGinn. McGinn through. Watkins. Big chance. Watkins. What a save. Jack Butland. Watkins should see the game off though. Through on goal. He went with his left foot. Wait. Jack Butland's gone to get the ball here. What? An offside's been given. Okay, fair enough. Ollie Watkins is offside. He wouldn't have counted if he scored anyway. Unless VAR would have saw anything different. John McGinn. No, he's offside. That's a correct decision. Well done, Liner. See, I won't criticise them when they make good decisions. That's a really good save as well by Jack Butland in goal. Roy shoring up a 2-1 loss. I got look, the Palace fan in chat, right? If you're still here anyway, you can't agree with James Tompkins coming on in midfield. Like, what an uninspired... Like, are they going 5 at the back? Zaha for Palace. In the box, shot! It's a goal for Palace. It's deflected in off Al-Mohammadi, and out of absolutely nothing, Crystal Palace have got this level, and this might be an own goal. A literal goal out of nothing. A ball played towards Zaha on the left-hand side. And Zaha cuts inside, shot deflects off Almo, and it's a goal. And... I can't believe it was literally just a hoof ball. It was just one hoof ball. Played towards Eberezi Eze. He plays it down the channel. This looks like there's no real problem at all. Konza has to close down Zaha. It's an own goal from Almo. It's an own goal. It's 2-1. 2-2 even. It's going wide. The deflection has took it into the back of the net. And that will be us finishing in the bottom half of the table. It's a cruel goal for Villa though. All the chances they've had to score, that's the one that they score. It's a bit harsh on Villa, I will say. John McGinn. Well, we bottled like this against Burnley when we led 2-1 away, and we ended up losing the game 3-2. So we just have to react well. That's all we've got to say. Chelsea or City? I think City will win the Champions League final. I'd prefer Chelsea. They've already had their heartache this season, losing the FA Cup final. City have never won it. I want the 5 English teams to remain, the 5 winners of the UEFA Champions League. It's like a nice little elite group. I'd rather City not join that. Al Ghazi for Villa. on this right wing. I feel like he's a bit ineffective at right wing though, I will say. John McGinn, edge of the box for Villa. John McGinn clips it towards the far post. Jack Grealish pulls it back, but it's a really poor ball from Grealish, and it will be a throw-in to Villa as it was cleared. You never get angry if Villa can see it. I just get disappointed. I just get really disappointed. I've been angry before. Good ball from Grealish. Chance. Ramsey's shot. Blocked by Tompkins. Pulls it back. McGinn. Good save. He tries to pass it in again. Like, it's not going to work a second time, mate. Look, ironically, if I get angry, I'd get more views. But it's not really me. I just get disappointment. I'm like that dad that's never angry at their kid, but just like shakes their head and scoffs. It's like, I expected better of you, but it doesn't raise a voice. Ball played towards Grealish, and Wood probably has to concede a corner here. Oh no, he's done really well, Joel Wood. Fair play. And Grealish is complaining a little bit. Dean said, well, again, I didn't get the scoreline right, but I predicted we wouldn't win. Told you, AJ, again. This is why every single game I negative can't beat Palace. It was an own goal. It is an own goal. What can you say? You can play the best team in the world, and you know, if they score an own goal and it wins you the game, it's an own goal. Well, we've played well today, but you know, we've had chances. Ollie Watkins, he was offside, but that, you know, he could have put us 3-1 ahead, and within a minute they go and score. It's just one of those. It was a goal out of nothing as well. Zaha created literally a goal out of nothing. John McGinn pass nearly into. Oh, it is intercepted by Eberechi Eze. He's done really well today. Eze combines well with Zaha, but it's a good interception. We are without two of our senior players in defence today. I'll not celebrate. You can celebrate. I don't mind you celebrating. I appreciate. Oh damn! I appreciate that. You're entitled to. If you're a fan of Palace, you know, I screamed at the top of my voice when we scored 2 goals today. You're allowed to celebrate. It's a poor goal for us to concede, for sure. Grealish, he hasn't had many touches of the ball. He keeps getting fouled every time Grealish has the ball. So he's not really, just like, you know, when he played months ago, he's not really been allowed to do much, because every time he gets the ball, there's like 2 or 3 Palace players on him. And he's been tripped over 3 or 4 times already. Villa won't finish above Arsenal now. No, Arsenal have had a fairly strong end to the season. Here is Jack Grealish on the ball for Villa. Grealish, Ghazi back heel to Al Mohamed. He gets it back with Grealish. Grealish, nice dribbling from Jack Grealish. Lays it off to Ghazi. Cross from Ghazi. Header away. Corner kick to Aston Villa. 10 to go. This will be, I think, a very interesting end to the game. This really could go either way. And you turn post. Oh my days! You are the nicest new person in. My guy. I think I'm trying to be unbiased. I think a draw possibly fair. Palace had done well in the second half. Ghazi to take the corner kick for Aston Villa. Flicked on, nearly gone in. That could have really gone anywhere. And another corner kick to Aston Villa will be given. It was smashed at the near post. Al Mohamed, who scored a known goal at one end, nearly gets like a revenge goal at the other. I think it was blocked off a line by Benteke. Corner again to Villa. Ghazi keeps drilling them in. Does it again. Flicked only as far as Ramsey. Ramsey! What a block that is. But come on, man. Get it over the man. He's gone a side tackle, you fam. Ramsey crosses blocked again. Please, get him off the pitch, please. Please get him off. He's so poor today. Palace counter-attack. Zaha on this left-hand side to find Eze. If they score from this, man, I want him gone. Eze towards Zaha. Zaha in. Eze! Good blocking. That is from Konza. Well, that would have literally led from Ramsey's mistake. He's been so poor today. He's been so poor. And like, I know everyone will give support to Jacob Ramsey because, you know, he's come from the Villa Academy. But he's been shocking, man. I'd rather Barkley have played today. And that says a lot. But at least, like, I don't think Ramsey's done anything productive in the final third. He's just been shocking, man. I don't have any... Like, when he's on the ball, I don't think, oh, we're going to do something here. I really don't. And it shouldn't be the case. There shouldn't be a single Villa player in this team that should make me do that. Good dribbling from Zaha on the byline. Good block on the line. Palace nearly scoring there. Eberechi Eze, edge of the box, goes for a shot. It's hit the crossbar and bounces away. Villa might lead a counter-attack. Eberechi Eze smashed the bar. Villa win a free kick on the halfway line. Palace looking to get a goal there very nearly in 2 occasions in the space of 10 seconds. Nearly scored. Eberechi Eze smashes it across the crossbar. We genuinely are the most unlucky. We are the most unluckiest team ever. I agree with that. Went goals down to Fulham, drew West Brom, drawn Palace, lost again Sheffield United whilst Leeds. Leeds have lost a lot of games this season. People forget that. They lost. We didn't lose 6-2 to Manchester United. Al-Mohammadi for Aston Villa. Pulls it back to John McGinn. Edge of the box. We got 8 minutes to go. Palace very nearly went ahead. So we have to count ourselves lucky though. Oh, that's a poor ball from Luis to target. He just drills it at his chest. Cleared long. Howells wins a powerful header forward. Palace win the second ball. We get it back though. McGinn has just volleyed it for a throw in. I cannot believe the game of football I'm seeing right now. John McGinn has no one around him and he just missiles the ball out for a throw in. What am I watching? This has been again another Aston Villa awful second half. Eze, the fact he went for goal here is unreal. See, it's such a crossing position. It's caught Emmy out. And Emmy's very lucky it's hit the crossbar because it would have been a very nice goal for Eze. But Emi Martinez positioned himself for a cross. He's got away from his near post, and that's why he nearly conceded there. You lot were so good in the beginning. Yeah, we just kind of fizzled out when Grealish got injured. That's what it's been. Need to score from this free kick. Yeah, that went well. AJ, you just need to accept Leeds have been amazing and we've completely fizzled out halfway through the season. We have fizzled out. Leeds have just been meh all season. I don't see the hope, really. Bamford's had a good season. I think that's probably why they are where they are. And they win as many as they lose. I'd say Leeds are probably the most mid-table side you can get. Thanks for recapping the match. Without you, I wouldn't know the score. Just subscribe. Oh, thank you for the sub. I really do appreciate that. I try and be unbiased. And I'm saying Palace really should be ahead here. Ball play back towards Zaha. Good dribbling from him on the byline. Pulls it back, half cleared by Konza. Oh, it's a goal for Palace. It's off the shoulder. Oh, my days. We have collapsed. We have collapsed in the second half. And we got lucky in certain situations. And Palace have only gone and scored. And it's the scrappiest goal you'll ever see. It's come off the substitute, I think. It's the number 27. It's Mitchell, the fullback scored, sorry, not the substitute. Mitchell coming forward. It's hit Mitchell's shoulder. Mitchell has actually scored with his shoulder. What can I say? It's the only body part he could score with. Eze actually mishit the ball over the defence of Villa. It looped over John McGinn. And Mitchell got in between the two centre-backs and shouldered the ball in. And we've had a complete and utter collapse in the second half. It is Crystal Palace 3, Villa 2. What a shocking end to the game this has been. We got unlucky with the own goal. And you could also say, you know, they've got lucky with that because Eze has mishit the ball into the ground. But, like, you do write your own luck, man. You do write your own luck. We've had chances. Ollie Watkins was offside, right? And as he went one-on-one. If he stayed onside, if he scored that, we would have led this game 3-1. Back heel from Watkins tries to find Ghazi. We need subs so bad. We need subs so bad. This has been an unbelievable battle from Villa. We are, like, you got Man United who are second half FC. We are first half FC. And that does not help the second half. We are so much better in games in the first half. And I don't understand why. Ghazi loses the ball, but Al-Mohammadi gets it back. He pulls it back towards John McGinn. McGinn towards the left-hand side. Jack Grealish has to do something now, man. Grealish. Oh, it's a good tackle on Jack Grealish. He doesn't look sharp, you know, Grealish. He doesn't seem fit. Ball played towards Zaha. He might be through. And is he taken out? He is. Now, is that a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity by Courtney Howells? I don't think so. It's a yellow card, yeah. He's pulled him down, for sure. I'm too depressed to roast. It's just been... What an awful second half. Their equalizer came out of nowhere. It was a ball played towards Zaha. No, Eberizi Eze. He found Zaha. Zaha went for a shot that was sailing wide. It hit Al-Mohammadi and went in. We never really reacted well. And then Eze, for their third goal, mishits a shot into the ground. It bounces over John McGinn. Gets in between Al-Mohammadi. He gets in between Al-Mohammadi and Courtney Howells. and their young fullback Mitchell, I have no idea why Mitchell is even there, goes in between the two and shoulders it in. It's the only part of his body he could actually touch the ball with, and he bundles it in. It's the scruffiest goal you'll see. But Palace have deserved it because they could have scored minutes before that with Eze hitting the crossbar. So I'll give credit to them. Eze free kick for Palace. Good save by Emi. He keeps it in play. Keenan Davis is on for Jacob Ramsey. Finally, Ramsey is off. Because, yeah, the Burnley game, I mentioned before they scored, this feels like the Burnley game to me. We finally score goals, and this is what happens. Villa, we don't get a throw in on this fight. Davis trying to press, doesn't get a throw in. This has been shocking from Villa. Davis masterclass, you never know. Milk says, come on, Villa. Go on, Palace. And you troll. This is shocking. Ramsey was shocking today. I don't want Ramsey playing. I really don't want Ramsey playing. Wesley will also come on for Aston Villa. That'll be the third sub for Ghazi. So we're actually going 3 up front. So you can't say we're not going for it. With only a few minutes to go, it is Palace 3, Aston Villa 2. Wesley Davis and Ghazi all on the pitch for Villa. Not Ghazi. Wesley Davis and Watkins, sorry, all on the pitch. Ghazi's just come off. Taken long, good header away from Konza, but Palace get that second ball. But they only give it away to Konza again, though. Louise out wide to target. Can we get a response goal? Palace lead now, but they hadn't led at all today until then. We dominated the first half, but we've had such a poor showing in the second half. And despite, their fans are obviously rightfully so disappointed at half time, our fans will be so at full time, I think. Do you think Louis Barry should be given a shout? 100%. 100% should be in the last few games. 22 attempts on goal by Crystal Palace is not good enough. I know we are playing 2, sub defenders within Courtney Howes and Al Mohammadi, and it's kind of showing. It really is. And it is another free kick to Palace. Another free kick to Palace. Look, I wanted Courtney Howes to have a game today to kind of, 1, give him fitness, 2, actually give him, game time, because he only played a few games. But I can't lie, I don't know, he's not really played that well. The goals, he was at fault for the first goal. The second goal was Al Mohammadi's fault. And the third goal, he gets beat to the ball by a fullback. 2 of the goals are his. And I don't want to get on the back of someone, but you come into the team to prove, Tyron Mings injured, you come into the side, and it's just not really performed, really. I think he did well in the first half. The second half has been fairly poor. Villa throwing just before, we got 20 seconds until the 90 are up, and then we got added time. It is Palace 3, Villa 2. Jack Grealish hasn't had the inspired effect on the bench as well. It doesn't look fully sharp, I will say. Doesn't look as fast as what he was, obviously, before he was injured. I haven't seen him at full sprint yet. Al Mohammadi for Villa. How much added time is going to be given? That's what I wonder. Possibly 3, if I was to guess. 4 minutes of added time have been shown. John McGinn has lost the ball to Eberizi Eze. Eze step over, trying to get around Al Mohammadi. Villa really pressing now with 3 strikers. I think Jack Grealish kind of playing as an attacking midfielder now, rather than a left winger. 3-3, please. Yeah, I think we're all asking for 3-3. Guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. I do every Aston Villa watch along, and you can join the depression with me if you're a Villa fan. Jack Grealish for Villa. It's another foul on... What? Ref! Oh my days. Grealish with one of the clearest fouls you will ever see. Referee doesn't give it. And Palace still have the ball. Good tackle though. Douglas Luiz. Is Watkins. Watkins to Douglas Luiz again. To Konza. Free kick to Villa. And it will be a yellow card for Zaha. Zaha just went into to Courtney Howes there for no reason. I like your room. It's not. I've decorated with Villa. Obviously, I love the club. I like to have a nice background. And yeah, it is nice. I'm kind of building something over here. It's the Champions League pictures when we won it in 1982. Obviously, all that. There's the 2010 squad up there. Douglas Luiz plays it forward, and it will be a simple catch. Well, I say simple catch for Butland. He just lets it go out for a goal kick. Well, Villa fans, what do you think then? What do you think? This has been another bottle from Villa. I want to see what Dean Smith says after this game. I don't want to see Ramsey put on a Villa shirt for a while. That's all I'm gonna say. Not good enough. He gets away with things. Ramsey gets away with things, because he's young, and no one ever gets on his back. But we have to now. We have to get on his back now because it's not good enough from Ramsey. I don't think he was basically Palace's 12th man, and I'm not trying to get on his back at all. But he's had chances today to score. He's had chances today to put players through, and he's messed up both times. Is this your room? Oh, so it is my room. That behind the curtain is like my bedroom. It's just one big room. I have a proper bedroom in there. This used to be 2 rooms, kind of converted into one. So you could kind of say this is a different room. But this is just all one massive room. Target for Villa. Left-hand side. Cross comes in towards Davis. And he heads it over the bar. I think he should have done better there, Keenan. I think he was fairly free in the box. And he just glances his header over. Good. It was a good find. Jack Grealish to Watkins. Back to Grealish. Grealish allowed the space for Target. Target's ball in. Yeah, Davis is free. Davis is unmarked at the near post. And he puts it wide. We have a minute to go. This is pretty much Palace guaranteed win now. In the past we used to be so good, but now we drop a lot. What do we blame it on today? Cash being out, Mings being out. Well, I think the Mings out brigade will be very quiet today. All the people who want, look, I've said before I wouldn't mind Mings going. That's a mistake, and there could be a counter attack for Palace. Well, Zaha has stopped playing to try and get a free kick, and it didn't come. And that could, well, if that's a foul, it would have been a red card. His last man. That's why you play to the whistle, Wilf. You play to the whistle, big man. Good interception from Luiz. It's Wesley for Villa. That's a free kick, and this will be the final chance for Aston Villa to possibly get something here. Wesley was fouled, and it will be surely a yellow card. Cahill is moaning. You can't, right into the ear of the referee. Zaha's still complaining about the foul that he feels he should have won. I think he had a kind of a complaint there. I get it. He's a bit of a pull from Konza, but you play to the whistle, Wilf. I think Wilf would probably still get through on goal there. He's just stopped because he's just adamant a free kick should have been given. I don't think there's enough there. This has to, well, with 20 seconds over, so this has to go into the box. We have to get everyone forward. Target, free kick for Aston Villa towards the far post, and it's headed over by Konza, and that will probably be full time here. It is full time. We have lost at Selhurst Park by 3-2. Not good enough from Villa. Not good enough at all. What can I say? What can I say? What an awful second half that was. Just didn't get going. Did not get going. Really, really poor. Jack Grealish coming on. Didn't really do much because he was fouled every time he was on the ball. And Watkins, if he timed his run, he should have scored really. He had a one-on-one. He was offside for it, but he didn't know that. And he put it straight at Butland. We had chances, man, to win this game. And we bottled. This really does give me Burnley vibes, man. We battered a team in the first half. We battered Burnley to death when we played them at Turf Moor. And we had a poor second half and lost, and it's happened again. It's happened again. What can I say? Guys, if you could like the channel, if you could like the video, I suppose you could help cheer me up. In a serious though, any support to the channel would be appreciated. And oh man, I don't even know what to say. The own goal was unlucky. I'm just seeing it now. It was just a nothing ball towards Zaha. We had like 10 of those in the first half. Zaha cuts in on his right foot. Possible questions to Konza to allow him on his right foot. Konza's probably the only player to allow Zaha to get on his right boot, and that's what happens. He drilled it towards goal, took a deflection off Elmo. And then for the second goal, it was half cleared. Oh my god, man. All the defenders are at fault. Konza with the miscued clearance. Then the miss hit from Eze goes above Konza, above Tyrone Mings, and in between Al Mohammadi and House is a shoulder of Mitchell, and he just bundles it in. It's the scruffiest goal you'll ever see. And Credit. You know what? Credit to Crystal Palace. I think they deserved it. I'm not gonna be that salty. I can't just sit here and say, oh, we've been robbed. No, Palace played really well in the second half. I give them credit. I want that fight for Villa when we go down at half time. Can we have a timeout, please? That'd be nice. I'm trying to be not toxic. I'm not toxic. I'm trying to be as nice as I can because I've had a couple Palace fans come in today. I appreciate the comment as well, Paul. Disappointed, but thanks AJ for the watch along. See you at the next one. Take care, my friend. Next game is Tottenham. I should have a preview video with another Villa channel that you guys may know very soon, and I'll get into that. I am just lost for words, guys. I really am. I think I am gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for all the support. This has been one of my most supported watch-alongs on the channel in the channel's history. So I'm really glad you guys have been here for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for the preview for the Spurs game, and obviously the Spurs watch along. So take care, guys.